month in a brand new scene. Riley, can you tell the kids what we're talking about this whole month?
We are talking about humility.
And what does humility mean?
Putting others first by giving up what you think you deserve.
That's right, kids. But I think right now one person in your family should run to the pantry. I need you to get either a box of crackers or a bag of cookies, and we're gonna play a minute to win it challenge. One or the other will be fine. Hurry, go get something and come right back really quick. Okay, this is how you play this game. There's going to be a timer that's going to go off. You have 1 minute. You're going to place your item on your forehead, and you have to try to wiggle it down your forehead without touching it, and try to slide it into your mouth and catch it. Are you guys ready to play? The timer's about to go off. Are you guys ready to play?
Yeah!
Okay, let's listen for the timer, kids.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
All right. Go. Oh, Reed already dropped it. Come on, kids. You guys can do this. Try this. Parents, are you trying at home too? Are you trying? Get that cookie in. Oh, look at Riley. She's wiggling it, kids. That's how you play. That's how you get it in. And keep trying. Keep trying at home. Try to get that in your mouth. Riley, oh, so close. Oh, wait, you got 35 seconds left. 35 seconds left to go. Can you get it in? Hurry, hurry. Come on, Riley, get that down. Get that down in your mouth. Oh, who wants to eat one of these cookies or crackers? Are you getting hungry? You are down to 15 seconds, kids. If it falls, you can pick it right back up. Here, Reed. Here, Reed. You are down to 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. That's it. Stop. I hope your parents will let you eat the cookie or the cracker anyway, and we probably made a mess all over your floor. But now it's time to get ready to dance and sing to our brand new song that we brought out here last week.
Risen, he's risen, forever glorified. Risen, he's risen, King Jesus is alive. Everybody jump around.
song, the beat is so great. So now it's that special time of the morning where you climb up in your couches, your comfy chairs with your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, and we're going to watch this week's So-and-So show.
Thank you.
Yep. Hello, So-and-So friends.
Hey to you and all of our viewers.
From near
and far.
welcome to the So-and-So Show.
I'm John.
And I'm Brandon.
And we have got a show for you today.
That we do. Why don't you tell them about it, John?
Oh, no, my friend, after you.
I insist.
No,
After you.
no, I insist after you. It's time to play a game we call After You.
And now for everyone's favorite game show, After You.
This is a game that requires humility, where you want to put the other person first. So, after you.
What am I supposed to do?
We're going to balance a cup of water on a book on our heads.
Okay.
Water balancing.
After you, yes.
Holding your breath in a bucket of water.
After you.
Standing on a box while being hit with a palm frond.
After you. After you. After you. After you.
Nope.
Whoa. Whoa.
Keeping a grape in your mouth.
What does it have to do with humility?
What?
I said, what does this have to...
Oh. After you.
Thanks for playing After You.
What a great game.
Was it?
Yeah, I'm so much more humble than you. I put you first every
You
time.
did not put me first.
Sure I did.
No, you did not.
Sure I did. You were the first to drop the water, the first to choke on a grape. I put you first in the game, which makes me first in putting you first. Wait a minute. Maybe I should have put you first by telling you to put me first. But if you put me first, because I let you put me first, I'd still be first at putting you first, which means, oh! It was you who were putting me first all along. Well played, Brandon. Well played.
Uh-huh. It's Bible story time with Kellen.
What's up, guys?
Not too much, Kellen. Just being soups humble.
Oh, yeah? Well, then I've got a story for you.
After you, Kellen.
No. I'm humble.
Thank you. Our story picks up just after Jesus shared what he knew would be his last supper with his disciples. His heart was very heavy, so Jesus led his disciples outside to a place called Gethsemane, a kind of garden with olive trees. And Jesus asked Peter, John, and James to keep watch so he could pray. The disciples sat and waited, tired after a full meal, while Jesus went off by himself to pray to God. It was not a happy prayer. Something very bad was going to happen to Jesus that night, and he knew it. He was so sad, so anxious, and he prayed to his Father in heaven with all his might.
My Father, if it is possible, take this cup of suffering away from me. But let what you want be done, not what I want.
He prayed this way for what felt like an hour. But when he returned to his friends, he found them sound asleep.
Couldn't you keep watch with me for 1 hour? Watch and pray. Then you won't fall into sin when you are tempted. The spirit is willing, but the body is weak.
3 times, Jesus asked his disciples to stay awake while he prayed. And each time, his friends fell asleep. And then it happened.
Are you still sleeping? Look, the hour has come. The Son of Man is about to be handed over to sinners. Get up. Let us go. Here comes the one who is handing me over to them.
The disciples watched horrified as Judas, one of their friends, came up to Jesus, followed by a large crowd armed with clubs and swords.
Greetings, Rabbi.
Friend, do what you came to do.
Judas went to Jesus at once and kissed him. This was Judas' signal to the armed men that Jesus was the one they should arrest. When they saw the signal, they grabbed Jesus. That's when Peter leapt into action. Peter took out a sword and lifted it. He swung the sword at the servant of the high priest and cut off his right ear.
Yeah. Go, Peter.
Woo! Yes! And then Jesus' disciples fought off the armed men and brought Jesus safely back home. Thanks for the story, Kellen.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not exactly what happened.
Oh, don't ruin this happy ending for me, Kellen.
So Peter cut off the servant's ear. But then, before things got completely out of hand, Jesus spoke out to the angry crowd.
Put your sword back in its place. All who use the sword will die by the sword. Do you think I can't ask my Father for help? He would send an army of angels right away. But then, how would the scriptures come true? They say it must happen in this way.
Then Jesus touched the man's ear and healed him. But Jesus' disciples, his friends, ran, leaving Jesus alone. He was arrested and taken away. To be continued.
That's not happy at all.
I know, but that's what happened. In fact, things got even worse after that.
Worse?
I don't get why Jesus was arrested in the first place. He didn't do anything wrong.
True.
And if he could have called an army of angels to save the day, why didn't he do that?
Well, it's like what Jesus said when he was praying. He told God, "Let what you want be done, not what I want." Sure, he didn't deserve to be arrested. And sure, he could have easily done something miraculous to save himself. But Jesus knew that God had a bigger plan, so he put God first. And really, by putting God first, he was putting us first, because we were the reason God sent Jesus in the first place.
Oh, so it is a happy ending?
You'll have to wait until next time to find out.
Ah, rats.
Or, you could ask somebody how it ends, or read it in the Bible. It's a very famous story.
Great idea, Kellen. Thank you for the story.
Yeah, thanks.
No problemo. I'll see you guys later.
Later. Okay, so now we know where to turn to find out how to put others first.
Yeah, the After You game.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, right. Jesus.
Jesus put his friends first, even though they fell asleep when they should have been keeping watch.
His enemies, too. He actually healed one of the guys who came to arrest him.
He put everyone first, which brings me to a question.
Oh, reveal the question.
How do you put others first?
By letting them order before me at a restaurant.
Oh, yeah, or by watching what someone else wants to watch on TV.
See, that's why you sat through 14 hours of baking shows with me last week.
Yeah, and I still don't know what fondant is.
You know what? You win, friend. You win, my friend. You are definitely the most humble person
Not
alive.
a competition.
Well, you're number one.
No.
You're number one. You're number one. No, you're putting me first, so I'm number one. No, you're number two. You're number 2.
Talk about it together.
You're number 2.
How do you put others first? And we'll see you next time on the So-and-So Show. Can we go now?
Oh, after you.
Okay.
Ah, see? Now I'm number 2. I'm number 2. I'm number 2. Wait. Ancient Romans used to use grapes as earplugs.
I can't hear you. I've got a grape in my ear.
I have a grape in my ear. I can't hear you. Do you know what they used to use grapes for as well? Like so. When they swim. Oh, you knocked one of my. I can hear. I can hear.
Oh, that John and Brandon kids, they are so silly, but please don't do what they did with those grapes, or your mom and your dad will not be happy with you. For the next minute or two, let's just talk about our Bible story today. Jesus, he has chosen the greatest path of humility to give life to everybody, but it would ultimately cost him everything. In our story, we find Jesus, he's praying in the garden. He's praying to his Father, God in heaven, and he's praying. He says, if there's anything that you can do, God, take this away from me. Do not allow me to go through this pain and this suffering. But you see, Jesus, he knew that he had to give the ultimate sacrifice, that he had to make the choice that he was about to make. He allowed himself to be arrested, and he allowed himself to be hurt, and he was ultimately going to go on the cross for us, that he was going to pay the punishment for all of our sins, all of them. He was going to choose to put us first, no matter what it cost. You see, Jesus, he is the ultimate example of humility. He chose to put us first, no matter what. Boys and girls, today in our story and in our lesson, we can choose to be like Jesus. You see, we can use his example of humility, and we can be able to put other people first. That's our bottom line today. That's the thing I want you guys to learn today, is that you need to put others first. How do you do that, kids? Well, you see, we look at Jesus and how he paid this ultimate price, how he did all of these great things for us. We look at his example and we do our best. You try to put everybody else's needs before your own. That's what it means to be humble. That's what humility means. Kids, we're going to close out our morning with a great time of worship. So I'm going to ask you to worship with all of your hearts, with all of your souls, and that you're going to just show Jesus just how much you love him this morning.
Who am I that the highest king would welcome me? I was lost, but he brought me in. Oh, his love for me. Oh, his love for me. Who the sun sets free, oh, is free. Yes, I am. Free at last, he has ransomed me. His grace runs deep. While I was a slave to sin, Jesus died for me. Yes, he died for me. Who the sun sets free, always free indeed. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child There's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am.
Kids, did you have fun worshiping with your families today in your living rooms? Our family did. What a great morning we've had today. And so now I just want to go over a couple instructions for next weekend. Parents, can you have already some paper plates, some crayons or markers? Can you bring those to Hope City Kids Online next week and have them ready to go for our game? And if you're not following us on Facebook or Instagram, please do that. You need to search Hope City Kids and you will find us to stay connected to everything that we're doing and all the fun things that we're posting on our pages. And now it's time for us to get ready to go live with Hope City Church. It's starting at 10:30. So parents, you're going to leave our kids page and you're going to search either on Facebook, Hope City Fredericton, and you'll be able to watch our live stream there. Or you can watch live on YouTube. Thank you so much. I hope you've had so much fun with us today. Love you kids, love you families. Have a fabulous week.